a tumultuous childhood engulfed with physical, emotional, and even sexual abuse. At 15 years old, my next guest, Torah Bontrager, escaped from her Amish community with the clothes on her back and a few dollars. Joining us to tell us her story and how it parallels the conversation we just had in so many ways, please welcome Torah Bontrager, joining us from Chicago. Torah, thank you so much.
Thank
You know, you live this life. There's so many movies and articles that have been fictionalized accounts of Amish women, Amish girls fleeing. This is your actual story. What is it like for you to see it depicted in film, whether it's a big screen or small?
It depends on the storyline. Some are, written better than others, but mostly I attribute the lack of accurate representation to just people, the public, not having access or accurate resources to be able to portray us. So that's part of the work that I do now after all these years.
You were just a kid. I mean, you said you dealt with years of abuse, as I laid out. I mean, this is a big question, but how do you get people to understand what you were living through in that home?
Well, one is talking about it, writing about it, and another is to attempt to create a resource for people to be able to go to and say, okay, this is, say, for example, if you read my book, that's the experiences that I had as a child. So that's a good starting point. But another thing that is really missing is that we need a curriculum in school to, like, cultural studies on the Amish to be taught. And so that's where my heart is. And it leads back to the fact that we Amish are not allowed to go to school past the 8th grade. And so even for those who leave, it's really, really tough to get our story out there because we don't have the skills that we need, such as speaking and reading and writing English fluently. Very few go to college to get an education past that 8th grade.
You were 15, and as I said to the audience, 15, had a few dollars. How did you even get money?
I was working in an Amish bakery, and I kept some of that money. I hid it. I didn't give it all over to my father. So in the Amish, that's one of the things, especially for girls, you're not allowed to keep the money you earn. You're not given that at any time, and it all goes to the father. So that makes it really tough to escape or leave as well. And so I just held back some of that money, and that's what I had, $170.
You know, part of your work, you started the Amish Heritage Foundation. And as I made the point with Kelly Martin, not everyone wants to leave. And I just want to be careful in that space because this is a choice that you made. But that's not the choice that is for everyone who is inside the community. That said, you created your foundation to share your story and to help others.
Yes, the foundation has two missions. It's a twofold mission. One is just to provide educational and social services to Amish women and children, especially girls, to teach them about their right as human beings and American citizens. And then the other part of it is to provide cultural literacy training and foster public awareness among the general public, just to create more awareness so people know, oh, this is the real story. And if you see, a fiction piece, you're able to discern what the facts are. And it just gives people better educational tools and resources to figure out what's going on.
Well, Torah, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your time. And your book, obviously, is so impactful in the lives of so many young women. So we thank you for putting yourself out there, for not just for yourself, but for others. Thank you so much, Torah.